You've heard of culture shock, and the phenomena is real. Here are some things that you will experience with culture shock when you come to China for the first time. One of the first things you will notice is that everything is written in Chinese, and this can feel a bit overwhelming and perplexing, even though there are some English translations. Second is the presence of hot water in China. You'll find it really perplexing how most restaurants only serve hot water. That's because in the Chinese culture, hot water is considered good for health. So if you want cold water, you most likely need to buy some from a convenience store. Thirdly is public spitting, and you will definitely see people spit on the sidewalk from time to time. Fortunately, this is becoming an older phenomenon in the Chinese culture, and the new generation is definitely phasing this out, and this one is definitely hard to get used to. So that helps lead me to my next point, and that is when you go to people's houses or residences, you will be asked to remove your shoes when you go inside. Now, when I went back to America, I actually took this practice with me. It's the most practical thing to me, and it keeps your floors super clean, but that is the reason you will be asked to remove your shoes in many places, in not just the Chinese culture, but also other Asian cultures. Driving in taxis and cars may feel frightening at first. You'll see much less of a right-of-way culture here and more of a just-go culture, but you'll see quickly that it actually kind of does work. You'll also likely notice the excessive amounts of honking that take place driving, and that's something you never really get used to. Sixth on the list is public smoking. Now, China has a smoking rate of about half of all males, so public smoking is a big part of the society. Luckily, they are starting to phase this one out, but you will deal with a lot of public smoking, and that is something that's very, very hard to get used to. I especially can't stand this one in restaurants. Luckily, the new generation is definitely working to phase that out, and some cities have even banned public smoking, like Shanghai. Number 7 is that if you need to use a public bathroom, you will need to bring your own tissue. So public toilet paper isn't really a thing in China. You go to some restaurants, they may have it, but in public, you are not likely to find public toilet paper, so you need to buy it in stores. Little convenience stores, they have small packets of tissue that you can buy. And that brings me to what will probably be your greatest culture shock when visiting or living in China, and that is the presence of squat toilets. China is quickly adding more and more regular Western toilets every day, but the fact is that squat toilets are a big part of not just Chinese culture, but other Asian cultures as well. And you will probably find yourself in the situation where you need to use one, so get ready. If you can get around all of those culture shocks, then you will be just fine. My name is Ian. I make videos about living in China. Like and follow for more living in China content.